I would not say that that is the most smart thing to do, to connect your door to power. That is very circumstantial.
I'm in.
Hello guys, and welcome back to some more INDUSTRIA, where we are fighting robots and looking for our husband/boyfriend as a woman in power. Hello there. I'll use my pistol against you because you're not that dangerous. Okay, good. No more crazy robots? No more crazy robots. Okay, cool. Hello? 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 No one? Hello? These things grew, apparently. I don't really know what they're supposed to be. Are they eggs? Robot eggs?
This must be Brent's building.
That one? Okay. Oh, this is where I was. I fell down. Okay, I see.
Damn, it's freezing here.
Did I just... Was that robot I heard? I closed door. While writing this, I've had to block my ears, otherwise I would not be able to think for a single second. The birds are too loud and my whole flat is full with caged birds now. I remove them as much as I can, but they reappear after just a few hours. I tried throwing them out and setting the birds free. Nothing helps. If this situation doesn't change, I'll be driven to insanity. I hear them all night long. At least we're standing against Rosendal now. I have most of the conservative politicians on my side, and early next year there is a referendum that will decide if the machine gets shut down. I can hardly wait. Joseph Oswald, okay. Well, so long as it has served its purpose, I guess. I don't really mind it being shut down. Unless you go back into anarchy or whatever. Then maybe it shouldn't be completely shut down. Oh boy. Oh no. Where were you? Oh boy. Okay. Okay, alright. Hello. No one? Nothing? Oh, shotgun shells, of course. Nothing in there. I can't even open that. Okay, that's fine. Let me just do a little healing. Anyone on this floor that wants to murder me? No, nothing that wants to murder me, which is great. That's what I like to see. If anyone comes home again, they're just gonna see all their stuff turned over because I decided to kind of throw it all over the place. Is there anyone around here that I need to worry about? No? Okay, cool. I didn't care anyway. Like, what's up? This goes nowhere. Okay, fine. Then we go up, I guess. It's too dark. Nothing else? Okay. Didn't he say apartment or something? Or did he actually mean the roof? Oh yeah, the greenhouse.
Brent,
okay.
Do you read me?
Yes, I do, just barely.
I'm on the roof of your building. There are a bunch of greenhouses. Connection seems good here.
Okay. My old apartment is the one on the roof.
Understood. It's quite peaceful up here.
It's very quite peaceful. I'm guessing there's a body in there, right? Oh, locked. Of course it's locked. Guess I'm gonna have to find another way in. Maybe there's a button somewhere in the greenhouse. What is this? Shovel. Okay, don't need a shovel. I don't need a shovel for anything. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's see. Dear Hans, today I visited a demonstration at the Institute of Hakavik. I didn't exactly know what it was about, but rumor had it was about a new technology developed to improve every aspect of our cities, they said. I couldn't even imagine that would be. Crowds of people swarmed into the institute trying to get a good view of the machine, but it didn't matter. Even before the demonstration, you could hear the humming in the whole building. Such a sound I had never known, and as the demonstration began, the machine began to discharge some kind of manufactured lighting. The revolution, they're calling it. After witnessing it for myself, I can only agree. Your friend, Volker. Or Volker. I can only agree. Burp. Great, I like that. Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay, I click this and then door open, no? No? Not open? Oh, there we go. So, oh, he produced his own power. I see how it is. I would not say that that is the most smart thing to do, to connect your door to power that is very circumstantial.
I'm in.
What do you see?
Well, a bed. A blanket.
Keep talking, please.
The windmill outside. The sun on the carpet.
The sun isn't exactly on the
Leaves
carpet,
on the
but
wooden floor. Here's a photo of two happy people.
That's it. That's what I want you to take. Can you describe what's in the photo for me?
It looks like winter. There's a flea market in the background. The woman is laughing. And the man beside her looks like the happiest person on earth.
I don't know, it looks a bit grumpy in my opinion.
I see peace, Brent.
Can you take the photo with you to the sea? There's a graveyard where she is. If you could put it on her stone, I'd be
This is this stone in the text.
I will.
Thank you, Nora. I will
No
forget
problem.
this.
You better help me now. It's like ruining the mood completely, but it's okay. Ah, look at all this order. We cannot have all of this order, and it needs to be more messy. You're too capable. I don't like that at all. No wonder you survived. You need to be like the average person. Gotta throw everything on the ground as soon as something bad happens. And you gotta stack up toilet paper too. Where's your toilet paper, huh? Yeah, I'm disappointed. Disappointed. I still don't understand who bought toilet paper during the epidemic. I still don't ever. I'm never gonna understand that. Like, why is that your first go-to? What can toilet paper do that nothing else can do? Oh, hello there. Alright, time to go down. Yeah, I can't hear you, buddy. Alright, I'm ready. Ready for anything to run towards me, as long as there's only 4 things, that is. Wait, isn't this the same place I was at? Oh, never mind. No, it's not. I don't think so anyway. Beep boop. Here's something down below me. Okay, that's one thing down. Tell me there's some ammo around here. Actually, I don't even need it. I don't know why I'm talking about ammo. I'm all good. Birds. Ongoing attacks by Atlas make all our lives hard. Birds, birds, birds. I can't think clearly. The referendum was cancelled when Mangafisk was overrun. I feel sick. Whoops. I need to stop all of this. Joseph Oswald. Am I gonna see big robot guy? Seems not. Birds, birds, birds. What do we have here? What do we have here? Did I see some movement over there? Don't actually think so. I don't think I see anything dangerous over there at all. And that worries me a tad bit. I'm straight up just waiting for the big robot to show up out of nowhere. Like, that's straight up what I'm waiting for. Okay. It's alright. Just imagine that the big robot doesn't exist and you never saw it. Just imagine that big robot doesn't exist and that you never saw it. Keep it out of your mind. Small robots. Big robot, no. Small robots, yes, yes. Big robot, no, no, no. Small robot, yes, yes, yes. Where do I go? I go up here. Robot friends? Small robot? I like how dark it is. Like, I wish more games did this, right? It's pitch black for me. I don't see anything. Light. I see something now, and because I see something in the middle, the light reflects to the sides, so I see something over there. I wish more games actually had the balls to go fully black at night. Well, not fully black, but like slightly black, like in real life, you know? Where it's, depending on the time of year, it goes super black. And even then, if you're in the middle of nowhere, it is still black. Again, depending on the time and stuff. I just feel like too many games try to make it not completely black when it's supposed to be. Or even like slightly dark like this, where it's not completely black over here, but like you can see that it's turning more dark, and then over here it's more dark, but you can still kind of see the wall. I like that. Saturday, the year 2000. The North Gate. 15 of my soldiers dissolved within a few seconds when a wave of troops rushed over the bridge. No chance to hold this line any longer. The only thing that keeps us going is the fact that they evacuate hundreds of people. Oh, so he might have died because they apparently went over here to hold off the attackers. What am I supposed to do here? Just click buttons? Oh, I'm back again.
Laura, do you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Laura,
yes I do.
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
You made it back to the train? It's certainly nice to hear your voice again.
Yes, I am. The gates are open.
I can go back in. Okay. Want to see if I could see it over there.
Well, if you follow the tracks, you'll reach the city gates.
Finally.
Okay.
All right. I'll get back to you once I'm there.
Cool, cool. Awesome. I guess we just go this way then. Onwards and onwards. Avoid big robot, please. Looks like a smudge on my screen when I put it here. Wish there was a window here. At least I can go out here and see. Goodbye, city. Oh, actually, I'm going into the less inner city part, but still goodbye, middle city. Hello, outskirts of the city. Gonna take a little sip. A little sip. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Nice. That's a broken train. Oh, just wagons? Okay. Still don't see any big robot people, which is a good sign. I like that. No big robot people at all. A lot of darkness in here.
Hey, Brent. Seems like I'm about to leave the city.
Looks very modern.
Just passing the gate.
That's good news. We're almost out. Our connection is probably going to go dead soon.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm made of tough stuff.
It sure seems like it.
My place is here.
If you say so. Take care of yourself, okay? I would not have made it without you.
I enjoy
Yes, I would have. Don't underestimate yourself.
after all these years. Now, go on. Find your warmth. I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you. Goodbye, Brent.
Goodbye, Brent. Goodbye, city that was overrun by things. Wouldn't it be better to kind of try to, you know, take it over again? Because it has walls all around it. You just need to disconnect all the stuff and kill all the robots. I mean, I was in there for a long time. We just need very capable people and we can do it. Don't I have any, like, ambient occlusion? What's going on here? I have ray trace shadows. I don't have ambient occlusion. The thing is, like, it looks like they don't have ambient occlusion. Well, actually, never mind. I see a couple shadows. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's too late at this point. We're pretty fine to the game, I think. That's pretty cool. I'm back again! Woohoo! This place gets more and more screwed up. What happens if I jump with that person? Does it load a save or does it prevent me from jumping?
Either he knows it's over, or I don't know what to think anymore.
I won't let me. Okay. Still just gibberish. That's fun. I think they're robots. They look like robots. They look like the weird robots that come running towards you like crazy. Crazy robots running towards me. That's what they are. I wonder what this means. Like, because I'm very confused about this. This part of the game specifically. Oh boy. He's the robots. Is something supposed to happen? Walter, no! Don't give in to the robot! Walter, no! Maybe this means that the robots took him over. He gave the robots life and they took it from him. Or they attached a tube to his head. One of those two things. I mean, it could just be a harmless tube. To the light! Another nap. Another crazy nap. Wow. Oh wow, it's very, very sunny. Well, you know, it's always nice when I don't see big robots walking about as well. Alright, cool. Good. Good. Maybe we went out of the area where the big robots were at? It looks like there's something over there. Okay, well, I guess it's time for me to
That's
exit.
where you are, Walter.
Alright, Walter, I'm over here. My biggest question is, where did their train go? Because I only see mine here. Is this their next defensive line? Why would you do that? Why would you put brakes there? Atlas system? Interesting. Wait, this must be in my head. There's no way this just randomly shows up, like from the building, right? Did I just die when I went into the machine? Is that what happened? What's this thingy? Not weird whatsoever. And how is this powered, by the way? How is this powered at all? Uh-huh. Okay. A tad bit weird, but okay. Is that his house? Oh yeah, the graveyard. Okay. So, do we know where we can find a graveyard? Back here. Before I enter, I must go to graveyard. Victor Bull, oh, that's not it. Marlene Brent. There we go. I don't know how he decided to send a message to me. I mean, I could always return to the city. It is pretty safe there. Like, in all honesty, you can just kind of fight back against him. To see. Although there's no guarantee he's going to be alive when I get here. So let's get the shotgun out. Or not. I'll put it away for a cutscene moment. Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, very stuttery. Oh, there we go. Is that him? He's pretty old. How is he alive? Dude, how you live? How you not dead? Why FPS so bad in here too? Oh well, end scene.
Walter? Oh my god, Walter. Look at you. What did they do to you? What is this?
over here.
What? Walter? What? But...
Don't be scared. Come here. Trust me, Nora.
I don't understand.
I purposefully didn't prevent Atlas in the beginning.
You... Wait, you what?
Can I just unblock him? Kill him! Kill him! He's bad. He's bad. He's bad guy. No? Fine. I'll go this way then, I guess. Alright, I don't exactly trust you, I guess. We had something, and you betrayed that.
I wanted our program to progress. So when I discovered that it was capable of learning,
Oh, I'm falling now.
Freedom for Atlas, knowledge for us. A mutually.
Walter, wait, stop. For what price?
Undoubtedly a high one. Then came the 9th of November. I knew that after this day, things would change for the GDR. The only possibility to ever find out what the agreement with Atlas really meant.
No, wait. Wait a second. I don't get this.
So no. Then I became King Rose and warmly welcomed by the people of Hackett. Little did they know that I was responsible.
Walter, stop! This can't be! Walter, please, wake up! This is all wrong!
After years of fighting with fire, I will continue with science. Now, parasiting powers as Atlas is to this world.
Walter, please. You didn't do any of this.
I'm deeply rooted into their inner workings, and the cost of my physical form. A small sacrifice for what I am responsible for.
Why can't we just leave? Why can't you just wake up and we'll go back home? It'll all be fine. Walter, please.
It's too late, Nora. We are stuck here, and the librarians want us to fix it.
I don't even get who they are. Where are we anyways? What the hell? Where was I for the last 20 years, Walter?
I know you have so many questions. But time runs
No,
out.
you're not doing this to me again. You don't leave me again.
I never wanted to drag you into this. I'm so sorry.
Don't leave me.
The
Please
spotlight is
stop.
on me, huh?
I'm so sorry. We'll see each other again. I promise.
What a douche.
Cause you must
Huh?
confess the things you've done.
Really? I don't really get to see how she gets out of that again, or what happens next. Come on, at least show me a little hint at the end of the credits. Oh well, let me put the graph that shows what I think about the game on the screen right now. Boom, there you go. Okay, so my thoughts on the game. Actually pretty good. I don't think I don't think it's bad at all. Like, I think it's pretty good. It is very short though. Not just short, but very short compared to the standards today, which is 8 hours. I think it's 6 or 5 hours. Maybe even, yeah, maybe 5 or 6 hours actually. 2 more hours and it wouldn't have hurt your rating, in my opinion. Like 8 hours is pretty much the minimum nowadays. For the price, I guess. I mean, if the price matches, I don't dislike it when it's slower than 8 hours, in all honesty. Like, if the price is like $2, you know, 6 hours, 2 hours, I don't really care. But in any case, my thoughts on it. So I like the voice acting. I like the characters. It actually seems to be written fairly okay. Nothing was really cringy. Nothing was very crazy. It seemed kind of alright. Nothing was off. It all fit together pretty nicely in a neat package. I will say that. So there's nothing to truly complain about when it comes to the actual game. It is the only issue I have with it is how rough it is around the edges. Like, you know how anti-aliasing works, right? You anti-alias something, it either blurs the image or you don't do it enough, and it kind of have those weird step thingies around objects. That is kind of how I feel about this game too. The game is good, it does what it's supposed to do. And it does it fairly alright too. Like, it's not bad in any way. It also looks pretty good. Like, the visuals I have no problem with. They're pretty standard. I might even argue that the visuals of this game is even above standard slightly, but only slightly. Nah, I mean, I think they're standard. I'm pretty sure they're standard. I'm gonna call it standard. At least nowadays it's standard, I suppose. Where it seems like it looks good. It doesn't look super realistic, but it looks good. Looks good enough in any case. Matches everything else I see most of the places. That's kind of 7 out of 10. So yeah, the graphics look fine. They look good. They're all right. Nothing stands out. Nothing is very ugly. Maybe the grass. When like I was on the train, it looked kind of off with the trees and the grass. But besides that, it was all right. And then of course we have the. I want to say the gameplay itself. I mean, I had a lot of fun. Like, I value fun more than anything else when it comes to games. Most of the time, my fun rating is the ending overall rating of the game. And I think it is in this case too. Actually, no, because I think I had more fun than I would rate the game because of the length of it. And because of the next thing I will talk about, which is the game itself. It feels like I said in the last video, the video before that one, it feels like it doesn't know what it wants to be. What I mean by that is you have shooting mechanics, you shoot and it looks good, it feels nice. The inertia of weapons and everything you kind of hold is completely off in my opinion. It feels way too swingy. It should be less swingy, it should be way less swingy. I like that they're doing inertia to weapons, but it needs to be way less inertia. Because what they're doing here is like, it feels like the arms is like, it's like slightly behind. It looks like you don't have any bones in your arm. You're kind of just swinging and the arm is just following in a very, very weird way with your body. I don't like that at all. I like a little inertia. I don't want the gun to be completely stiff. I like a little inertia. So I would rather have too little inertia in all honesty than too much inertia. I don't know if it's a setting. I don't know where to find it if it is a setting. Because then I would love for them to make it more obvious. The game gets a point for being, for using newer technologies in the options. As an example, anti-aliasing, you have the method here, you have FXAA and TAA. You have shadow quality, texture quality effects, it has all the necessary things. You even have ray tracing stuff and even DLSS. So that is very nice. I'm happy that they included DLSS. Now, I would have loved for them to also include FSR2, FSR3, you know, AMD's version of DLSS that is not, you know, AI based. I would have loved to see that in here for people who don't have, you know, NVIDIA graphics cards and stuff. I would also have loved for the resolution slider here to not require me to be, you know, window full screen for it to really be able to change. Because if I do this, you see that it locks up now? It doesn't work properly. I cannot change it now in full screen for some reason. I don't know why they did that. It's a bit weird. I also like how I can turn off motion blur and vertical sync when I have T-Sync. I was supposed to say Gary's mod. But no. And here we have gameplay where you can see gameplay in the commentary, you know, in case you want to see what they were thinking and stuff. Field of view, head bob, all that good stuff. All the things you can have here. Crosshairs too. Like all the good stuff. Like I said, there's no way for me to really see anything else around here. No, I can't find the setting that changes the inertia of weapons. Well, in any case, one thing I actually want to say is I wish they had a dodge button for melee. Melee didn't really feel that great in this game because usually when you have melee, you need some way to avoid enemy melee as well. And in this game, it's just walking backwards. And I feel that they needed a dodge button to actually make more sense. Again, it strengthens my point that it feels like this game is trying to be 3 different things, and I don't really understand which one they really want to go for. One is a shooter. The second one is an adventure game. And the third one is a walking simulator. It feels like it is a mix between those three. It feels like it's an adventure game where you shoot things sometimes, and between shooting things, you just walk around and explore and look in the environment. So between those three things, at least it feels like it kind of is there. And again, I don't think it's bad or anything like that. I do think, though, that I wish it would either lean into those a little bit more, like one of them, just one of them a little bit more. It feels like it's leaning a little bit more into shooting in this one, the first-person shooter in this one. But I'm not entirely sure, is what I'm saying. I don't know if that is what they want to go for. Are they trying to be in the FPS industry or the FPS genre in gaming? Is that what they're trying to push into? Are they trying to push into the simulator, like the walking simulator aspect of gaming? Or are they trying to push into adventure games? Or even sci-fi games, for that matter. Like, this is not really too sci-fi. I mean, you fight robots, but it seems to center more around your character trying to take in the world than the world itself, if that makes sense. Like, I saw a huge robot, never got to see it again after I saw it once. Part of me didn't want to because I'm the player. The other part of me thought it would be super cool to see a giant robot chase me in the train or something. Like, that could have been a very cool and awesome way to show that off. But no, the game is 6 hours long, I think. Roughly 6 hours long, I think. And it has its moments, but it also has a lot of area where it kind of lags, you know? Like, it lags a little bit of I guess, fine-tuning, smoothness. You know, it should remove the jagged edges where it doesn't ruin the visual quality, you know? Like, it feels like the gameplay was there, it feels like the world was there, it feels like the textures were there, it feels like graphics were alright, it feels like everything fit together, but the gameplay should be the core in every game that makes players feel satisfying when they shoot something, satisfying when they fight something. Now, I would be a bit annoying if I said this without coming up with solutions. So here we go. Here are a couple solutions. I would say lean into the FPS more. You're already kind of leaning into it a little bit more than the other stuff, so do it even more. Add new enemy variants. Make the gunplay a little bit more, I guess, make it a bit slower pace, but more precise. What I mean by that is make the robots less like bullets. Not bullets, but like make less of them run towards you and kind of suicide, and more of them scare you and spook you and ambush you and surprise you. Have cameras all over the place. And I know this is 1990, but I'm pretty sure cameras were invented around that time, if not before. Like actual cameras, like, you know, footage cameras. Even then, you can just say that they made robots. Why can't they make cameras? And then have the cameras also be thingy, and then add a stealth element to the game where you can sneak behind robots, and then you can pull them apart or rip out their core or something. Or better yet, also add a dash as an example, so you can actually utilize the melee properly. And I'm saying this without you having to change anything else. You can still keep notes in your games. You can still keep minimal dialogue, but while also still having dialogue with actual good voice acting, by the way. Good visuals. Like, just keep everything the same, but try to push gameplay and actual shooter more in that aspect. Because that is kind of where your strength lies in this game. It's not just a walking simulator. It's a walking simulator. We also shoot a bunch of stuff. This is how I feel like when I play it. So it's awesome that you get to kind of do that. And I do still think adding all of those things, again, less gun inertia, more enemy variety, or even just expand the enemy variety with a robot cyclopedia or something, and then have every single robot has its own weakness. Make a robot that doesn't die unless you hit the weak spot. Make one robot armored except maybe one specific spot, and it's separate from the other one that doesn't take any damage unless you hit the weak spot, where this one just takes more damage on the weak spot than everywhere else, because it's more very armored. Like as an example, a tank or something like that, where it just has specific spots that are kind of weak. Yeah, so that would have been great if you could expand the gameplay in that way, and maybe Industria 2, or maybe even Industria 3. I have faith that this team tries to improve with Industria 2. And I do think that if they really try, they can even make it up to compete with, like, not Call of Duty, but you know, like BioShock, Atomic Heart, you know, those kind of games. I feel like this has the potential to go up there and compete with them if they try to smoothen out the gameplay, get rid of the rough edges, make the shooting more satisfying, the reload animations are awesome, everything else is awesome, and make the pace of fights a little bit more dangerous, as an example also. One setting I feel like that kind of doesn't make any sense is this one, hardcore. They shouldn't really have this. I don't dislike that they have the option here. I dislike that it kind of hints that if you want a more challenging experience, play this one. But the game itself does not feel like it really should be played like this. Hardcore thing is kind of showing, because it just doesn't seem like a game that is more survival focused. It also sort of seems like it wants to be a survival game in a little aspect, and I would happily also see them make a survival game out of this, but I just feel like this one is more FPS instead of survival, and again has survival elements. I like that they have animations for different things. I like that you have to go around to small puzzles too. I like all of those things. I just wish they would lean more into FPS again, and more controls and more mechanics leaning into the FPS genre. And also being able to pick up enemies from gun robots, meet more gun robots, maybe even face one of the big robots, and the only way to kill them is by, like, of course it should be a scripted moment because it's not a survival game, so it should be scripted, and you kind of climb the robot and shoot at its neck or something, and then it has exposed wires that go throughout its body, and then the head is still on but the body is not, so the head is just kind of sitting there. Maybe you can interrogate the head until it shuts off or something like that. I think that could be cool as well. Just a little action moment. Again, I also don't really get what the middle parts are. So the librarians are, according to what I understand in the game's story, they are the Watchers of Time, I think, or the Watchers of Dimensions. And you keep getting called there because they want to keep showing you something. I guess that's kind of why you're there the whole time. I guess they just want to make sure that you don't screw up time, or if you do screw up time, you screw it up for them. And that could be what the next game is about. I would love to see a survival game of this, but I also want to see them lean more into FPS, so that would also be awesome. I wish them luck in whatever they decide to do. Now, one of the other things, because I've tried to explain what I would love to see in the game, and I'd love to explain how they can do it. I mean, I can't explain it code-wise, but I have coded before, and the code is not that complicated when it comes to all of that stuff. Again, just smooth out what they've already made. Make the inertia smaller, more fast with the gun when you turn. Like you can just look at Call of Duty as an example. I think they have a small inertia, or if not, look at Battlefield 1. I love the inertia in that game. It was perfect, in all honesty. It was not too long, it was not too short, it was pretty good inertia. So you can look at that as an example if you want to change the numbers behind the inertia in the game. And then, of course, like I said, all the mechanics is just making a dash, make you teleport backwards, and then try to make it seem like you're not teleporting, you know? So, yeah, I mean, that's my feedback I can give them. Of course, they don't have to take it to heart, but I would appreciate it if they decided to go with that. Because I really had fun. I really enjoyed this game. It just sucks that it isn't longer. It also sucks that it's not... Like, part of me, again, I'm split between wanting a survival game like this and an FPS like this. Maybe a co-op survival game spin-off? Maybe? I mean, we already kind of have that. It's called... the one in Sweden, what's that one called? Oh, well, something Zero, right? I forgot. But yeah, could be awesome if they make another one. But here's the last point I'm going to talk about: the performance. The performance was rough. I think they didn't spend any time optimizing the game, and if they did, they didn't really think too. Actually, never mind. I don't. Let me just stop and take something. Yeah, without ray trace shadows, it is 106. Okay, FPS. So this is without any ray tracing whatsoever in the game. Everything is at ultra. 110 FPS in this menu. In game, that's gonna go down and probably go below 60 at times. Now, I was about to say that the game isn't very well optimized, but in all honesty, it actually is. It's just the frame stutter I'm talking about now that I remember as not the game not being optimized. So completely disregard that I said it wasn't optimized. It is pretty decently optimized. It's just that during the frame stutter, during the loading of some areas in the game, it stutters like crazy and then it stops because I think it's getting the shaders and stuff. So maybe making a shader compile shaders before you start the game would have been a good idea. Because the whole thing where you start up the game, you go to new areas and so much lag, and then suddenly it stops. I don't know if it's something they can fix. I don't know if it's part of using Unreal Engine 4/5. I don't actually know if they use 4 or 5 for this one. What I do know is that there was a lot of it, and it was very noticeable because it was not just like small stutters in the frame time graph as an example. It was big spikes, very big spikes. You could see it very clearly that it was like laggy. So that is a big complaint in performance for me, and it happened very frequently. Besides that, the game's FPS actually performed pretty decently. 100 FPS without ray tracing, and with ray trace shadows only. There was only really one time when I got down to 40 FPS, and that was in the city area all of a sudden. Where I looked in one location and it was down to 40 FPS, but then 6 seconds later it was gone. It wasn't a spike like I was talking about earlier. It was just the FPS just lowered out of nowhere, and then it came back again. So I don't really know what that was about. But it does jump around a lot. So if that's, I will probably give it a 7 on 8 in optimization or in performance. I think because I can tell they've tried to optimize it, but I can also tell that it would sound really weird if they haven't. If you haven't, then good job, Unreal Engine people, that the game looks this good and they haven't tried to optimize it. But if they have indeed optimized, which I think they have, it seems to be a bit. Again, the change in FPS seems to be kind of big, so I don't know if that's something they're kind of focusing on, and then all of a sudden you go look at an area that's less optimized than another one, and something happens. That could very well be the case. But anyway, there's enough of me blabbering. What will I give this game? What rating will I give it? You have already seen that for the past 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever I've spent talking. I think I will give it a 6 out of 10. Actually, well, yeah, 6 out of 10. It's a pretty big space, like between 5 and 7. 6 is a very big space in my opinion. Because like 5 out of 10 is like, yeah, I mean, they made a game, but it doesn't really seem like they really had any real clue as to how it really works, but it was alright. And 7 is like, yep, industry standard. And 6 is like, I mean, they're doing everything in their power to really make it up to the industry standard, but they're falling quite a bit short because of certain things. So again, major problems with this game, in my opinion, that makes it 6 out of 10 and not 7 out of 10. Is 1, the inertia of the gun. 2, the enemies and the frequency of enemies and how they show up. They also spawned in. I don't like respawning enemies, and I mean, they weren't really respawned, they just spawned them out of nowhere. 3, the stutters, the stutters, and 4, the way that it doesn't really know what kind of game it wants to be, or it doesn't lean too much into FPS if that is what it wants to be. So it's kind of mishmash that doesn't really feel consistent throughout as to what it actually is. So yeah, that is pretty much why I would give it a 6 out of 10 instead of a 7 out of 10. If they fixed all of the stuff I have mentioned and actually improve it, it would probably be like a 7 out of 10. Like it would only, like maybe it would probably still be a 6 out of 10 unless they extend the length of the game compared to the price. And what I would pay for this game, ooh, that's a bit of a rough one because it's only 6 hours. So what should I pay for a game that's 6 hours long? I mean, these days a lot of games cost 70 even though they're 6 hours long. So I'll probably say $16, $17, $18. You know, I mean, it sounds rough in the developers. This is because freaking AAA have blown the price of games out of the water. Like, it's $70 per person. They're gonna get rich on that. So I would say that this game, I mean, I didn't find it enjoyable. So yeah, it would be a 6, 17, or 18 out of 10. Let's just be nice and say $18. Let's just go with that. I don't know why I said out of 10 before, but $18 for this game. That is what I'm gonna say. It's short. It is pretty decent. It gives you a nice experience. It does tell a story. It is fun. And yeah, it's pretty good. But again, gets held back a bit by its length. The price would have been more if it was 8 hours instead of 10. And if I messed up the hours, I will change that and the graph you guys see, and then I will just ask you to ignore what I just said because I have no aspect of time. I have no idea what time it is. Don't know how long I've been playing the game. But I think it's 6 hours. So if it was 8 hours, the price could have been $20 probably. Yeah, it would probably have been $20 if they really, if they made it 8 hours, and if they made it 12 hours, maybe 25. I mean, the price gets lower and lower, like the plus price gets lower and lower the higher up you go. 12, in my opinion, is the sweet spot nowadays. It's what you want to aim for. 8 is kind of minimum, like I said. If you want to make a game that's less than 8 hours, make sure the price goes with it. I don't know how much this game costs. I got it for free on Epic Games. Again, by the way, thank you developers on Epic Games for that. So yeah, I want to say thank you to the developers for making this game and giving me this experience, and I hope you will take my feedback to heart if you ever watch this. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys will check out another one of my Let's Plays. I play through all kinds of games, so if you want to check those out, they should be on my channel. Otherwise, I hope you consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you all in one of those Let's Plays, yes? And as always, stay awesome.